Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a plan with me for last week, the week of October 22nd through the 28th. And the kit I'm going to be using this week is called Peacock, and it's a freebie by Lahlaland. And yeah, this week I wasn't really sure what kit to use because there wasn't like a specific theme. I guess I was pet sitting pretty much the whole week, so that could have been like a theme with dogs or something, but I don't have any dog kits because I'm not really a dog person. I'm more of a cat person. So I went through all of my anytime sort of kits, and I really liked the colors of this one. So this is the one that I'll be using, and this video is kind of an exciting thing for two different reasons. One is that, as you may recognize from the glare on this paper, I am finally using glossy. I just ordered a whole bunch from Online Labels, so I've switched over to this instead of removable matte. This is mostly because when I offer physical sheets of my own stickers, I do want to start offering them in glossy. Ultimately, my goal is to offer them in glossy and removable matte and premium matte, but it's a lot of paper to buy all at once, so I decided just to start with a whole bunch of glossy, and then I could, print my own weekly kits on that too. So I do actually have Undo that I just bought recently because I'm about to move to California, and apparently they don't sell to California, so I had to quickly get some. But it also kind of coincides with this purchase of glossy paper because that means that if I make a mistake, I will be able to peel this up if it doesn't already peel up easily, because I'm used to having removable matte where it would be super easy to just reposition stickers. So I have that as a sort of safety measure. But yeah, so I also just like the look of glossy stickers a whole lot better than matte stickers, which is just like normal paper. Except like premium matte, but I was using removable matte. I know that this is going to be probably a lot harder to write on, but I actually think that friction erasable pens work pretty well on these. They don't show up, as dark, but at least it gives you a chance to erase. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that or just use like a Sharpie, or my Micron pens also work on this. We'll see how it looks. I'm probably going to start with the friction and see how that looks, because I definitely like being able to erase. Like, those are my favorite pens, like for just any time. So that's reason number one, is I'm finally using glossy paper. And reason number two why this is an exciting video is that this is the last plan with me, and actually the last video at all that I will be filming at this location here in Texas, because I've mentioned it a few times. I will be moving this Friday, boom, on November 2nd. 2nd and the 3rd, I will be road tripping through New Mexico, Arizona, and then finally halfway up California, and I will arrive in Santa Cruz, and that is where I will be living for the next year or so, a little bit less than a year, I think. So yeah, the setup will probably not change too much. I'm still going to have this light that I use and tripod, although it's going to be arranged a little bit differently. And this cord from my microphone is probably not going to show up in the videos as much. That's still something I'm like trying to work with. And I might actually get to sit instead of standing when I film. So I'm eager to try a new setup, but we will see how that turns out. You will probably not see too much of a change. So yeah, I do apologize for some of this glare that you're going to see when I take the final photo of the spread and put that at the end of the video, as I usually do. I'm going to try to minimize that glare as much as I can so you can actually see the stickers, but right now you'll just get occasional glimpses of the glare. Now that has been a super long introduction, so now I'm going to go into what I usually do, which is just putting down the full boxes and the headers and the checklists, and this sheet is upside down, bottom washi, everything in the sidebar, date covers, page flags, the usual. So I will go ahead and do that, and then I will come back when I'm done with that. Okay, so I think I've done everything that I can so far. As you can probably notice, the bottom washi was quite a bit wider than I was expecting. So I kind of had to figure out how I wanted to play that so it does look kind of uneven, and also because I overlapped some of this part over the glitter strip here but forgot to do the same thing over here. Just kind of ignore that. I did choose to use one of the larger boxes instead of doing the last two full boxes. I was hoping I'd be able to fit one of them in the sidebar, but I didn't. So I put two washi strips there instead, especially because the habit trackers are a lot taller than usual. I think everything else turned out pretty okay. I actually used the This Week strip for the first time ever. Usually I just don't use those and don't put anything above the full box up here. Sometimes I'll put like a bow header if there was one, but there wasn't one this week, so I just decided to put This Week. And the page flags were a bit smaller than the ones printed on the planner, so I just wetted out those and then put the smaller ones over that. But all in all, I think it looks pretty good. I'm still really loving this color scheme, and it does look so much better on glossy paper. And I do really love this little double box right here with the giant peacock. So now we can get into the day by day. Let me see. Oh yeah, I did want to point out that instead of doing the full boxes all across the top like I will sometimes do, or just scattering them, like usually I'll do a kind of diagonal pattern, I just decided to alternate between just the top two boxes because there are three more actually of these double boxes, and I wanted to give myself the opportunity to use one if a day was like particularly empty, or if 2 days in a row were particularly empty. So we will see how that goes. I'm actually thinking that the only other day it would work in is the weekend, and I would have like one there and one there because I forgot to not because I forgot, but because the other days have to-do lists that take up like a whole, third of it, which would mean that the stuff I have to do will only be able to go down here. So it's probably not going to happen, but if there's like one day, I can still use one of the remaining full boxes. So let's get into it. So Monday I wanted to mark down my show. Now it's funny, this kit only comes with 4 TV strips, but I actually only watched my show on 4 different days this week, so it worked out perfectly there. And that is The Office. I'm powering through season 9, the very last season. I'm at like episode 8 or 9 or something, so I'm very nearly done with that. What else did I want to do? I wanted to mark a couple things. One of them was this bigger thing that I wanted to mark with one of these giant laptops from leftovers from another kit. I think it was a Harry Potter kit. And I'm going to use that kind of in place of like a half box or a third box. And that I'm going to mark coloring in stickers. I think that I forgot to print off an icon for that, or like an image, because I think I ran out on my Sticker Addict sheet. So I don't know, I might just not do one. We'll see. I'll look through my sticker stash later and see if there's something I want to use for that, but right now that's just gonna remain that. Alrighty, so I wanted to mark that I washed my hair too. I'm gonna use one of these I'm really hesitant to use this dark blue because like that's going to be kind of hard to write on and like still have it show up. So I'm going to try to use more of the pink if I can, but eventually I think I'm going to run out. I'm going to have to use the blue, but we'll see. So in order to mark that, I'm going to grab an icon from leftovers from another kit, and that's going to be to mark that. So I also wanted to mark Animal Crossing, and I was going to use one of these for that. I think this is like a third box technically. Let me see. I know there's half boxes in here too. Yeah, so this is like a third box. I love it when kits provide these. So we'll do that, and I will hope that one of these fits in here pretty well. See, I have matte ones left over from previous ones I've just printed off, but I do have some glossy ones on here, and I want to stick with the glossy theme as much as possible. So that will be to mark that, and then washing hair, and then that. And there's just one more thing I wanted to mark, and that was doing my Instagram post, which usually I would put in the to-dos, but there weren't any other to-dos for Monday. So when that happens, I will just go ahead and give it its own little strip like that. Something's crooked on this day. I'm not even, I probably started with the box up there, but oh well, it still looks pretty cool, and no white space, at least up there. So I'm gonna leave that, and then I was going to use a cell phone to mark the Instagram post, because usually I would use cameras, but I mean, I do it for my cell phone, so like, why not just use the cell phone to mark that, because I have a few of those stickers left over from other kits. So that is Monday. I might end up just taking one of the full boxes and putting it behind the laptop, but I'm gonna wait and see if there are other days that need it more first. I keep hitting the camera. See, that's one of the things that's not gonna happen as much when I have a new setup. Alright, so let's move on to Tuesday. Tuesday's fun because the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp fishing tourney began. I say the fishing tourney, but there's like so many. There's tons of fishing tourneys that they do, I assume, because I've been in 2 so far and I just started playing. So the one before this was the Splatoon one, and then this one was the Halloween one. So we caught a bunch of candy fish, and I've gotten gold in both tourneys so far, so I kind of like put a lot of pressure on myself to like really play the game just constantly, and really try to get gold trophies. It's not necessarily like a competition, like you versus, you know, all the friends that you have on the app. They do show you your stats in comparison to other people, but like you don't get prizes for beating them. And it's not like previous console Animal Crossing games where you're in competition against the other NPC animals in your town. This strip is just marking the office again. Instead, it is just you meeting a bunch of checkpoints. Like, basically they measure your fish in terms of size. So like, if you catch a bunch of fish totaling like 400 centimeters or something, you'll get, you know, you'll hit a checkpoint and you'll get a small prize for that. And then if you hit a bunch of checkpoints, you get like a bronze, well, first you get like a wood trophy, and then bronze, and then silver, and then finally the most, which is around 10,000 centimeters, is like gold. So you just have to hit those to get the trophy. All right, so that laptop is just doing my weekly sticker sheet, which you will often see me bring out when I do Plan With Me's, which is when I go through my planner and my daily planner my pre-planner and kind of lay out how I want the day to go and see what stickers I need. And then if I need to print off some, I will just print them off on the bottom of like the kit that I'm using, if it's a printable kit, or just on its own separate sheet. All right, so then that's Tuesday done. Not a whole lot done on Tuesday either. Wednesday. Let's go into Wednesday. Ooh, a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if I'm gonna have a ton of room, but I think it's kind of a good thing that I used this box. This full box that I don't feel too bad covering up, because I'm probably gonna have to. I don't think I printed off any more printers, so I'm gonna use a little bitty one right here. And this is gonna go into the to-do. What is that gonna mark? That is going to mark printing and cutting, which usually I would do a full box for, but I do not have room this day. Then the other thing was doing Instagram again. So I was gonna use a big old camera for that. Gonna have to write really tiny on those days because that camera is enormous, but I needed to use it and it like kind of matched the color scheme, so I don't have too many like camera stickers, and I don't use them if they don't match the color scheme. Alrighty, so 1, 2, 3, there's 4 things I need to mark. I'm gonna do the small stuff first, so I need a couple strips like this. I don't know why this kit comes with like so many just blank headers. I never use those. Never, ever, ever. Well, except for that one that I used right there. That was the perfect occasion to use it, but like that doesn't happen all that often. Alright, so this one's going to be used to mark groceries. I have this cute little sticker. It's a remnant from another kit. Don't remember which one. I'm going to use for that. I'm going to leave this out because I also need to mark laundry. And I actually have a script for that too. Ooh, I'm gonna do a little flippy and put it on that side. It's kind of cool. And then this is from like the very first kit that I ever used, like ever in my whole life, which was back in June. I don't remember what it's called, but that it came with like a bunch of scripts, so still using those up. I don't think it comes with a groceries one though, or if it did, I already used it. Alright, so then there's 2 more things I wanted to mark. Am I gonna dare to do white space? You know what? I just might, because, or you know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I can try to avoid it a little bit longer. It's going to be very tricky me trying to figure this out because I need to mark 2 occasions of me filming. And I was going to do that using my big overhead stickers. That's kind of already stuck on there. So I need to mark that I was filming 2 things, but I was only going to use the overhead on 1 because obviously I do not have room to do 2 of those big old stickers. And it's so funny because like that's my actual spread right now. Like that's me standing at a table with my planner, and that's what my phone case looks like, and that's my, you know, my tripod, and that's how I'm filming right now. It's so funny. I always love seeing my own stickers and spreads because it's like Inception. Alrighty, so that's film, and I'm gonna write in new releases in there in really tiny writing. I'm gonna have to get good at that. Alright, and then I wanted to mark filming one more thing, and that might even call for a 3rd box actually. I don't think there's quarter boxes that come with this kit, and that like didn't even occur to me until now. So we'll use a 3rd box, and we'll put it right smack dab in the middle here. Yeah, see, that doesn't look too bad. It looks like you got some washi at the top and then some washi at the bottom. Alright, now let's just hope that what I wanted to put in fits. Actually, before we do anything else, I need to make sure that I get this little flag in here, this clean day flag, because this was Wednesday, so I came home from pet sitting on Wednesday, and then obviously I did laundry beforehand, I did groceries when I came back, I did the 2 filmings when I came back, and I did cleaning before I left. So I obviously don't do my spreads in chronological order, that would just be crazy. Me trying to fit everything in. I just do it how it looks best. So I'm gonna actually use some Bling Bling planner stickers here. This is from our fashion blogger set, which is like 3 different sheets here, but like a lot of it, most of it can be used for non-fashion blogger things. I think it was like originally just labeled as just a generic blogger set. So I'm going to use a stack of, they say like blog notes on there, I think. And that one says like fashion notes. But like the writing's too small, you can't even see it. So from a distance, they look just like planners. So bam, that's what I'm using to mark that. And then let me grab my other film stickers on here. It's so funny because like when I went to do, hang on just a moment. Okay, so as I was saying, it's so funny because when I went to print off all my weekly stickers this week, well, I did print them off, and then I looked through my sticker stash and realized that I actually had like so many that I didn't need to print. I already had 2 film stickers this exact size. I had 2 grandma stickers already printed, so now I have just a bunch of extras. And I like spent so much time getting them to fit in this like perfect space so I'd have room for all of it. And like I did not need to do that. Ooh, super embarrassing. But now I just have extras, so. And these are also on glossy paper, so at least I have glossy ones, so they look better with the spread. So that's going to be filming my weekly. Yeah, usually I would do a film and upload, and I am going to do one this week, but much later this week. I wanted to switch things up so I had a chance to use some of my other stickers. And you know what? Let me see if I can get something behind there. Because see, she doesn't have really thin washi strips. Like these, they're all the same size. They're all pretty thick. But finally finding use for these blank headers. I'm gonna use them as thin washi. So wow, I just completely contradicted myself that these have no use for me, because obviously they do. That looks a little better. I might put some washi behind that too, just to make it not as white space, but we'll see. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna put a full box, and then that would just make that completely unnecessary. All right, so that was Wednesday, super busy day. I'm so glad I managed to fit everything in though, and it looks good. Looks super busy though compared to Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so let's go into Thursday. Again, I'm marking my shell. Let's use a dark blue. Obviously I didn't have a ton of time to do it on Wednesday, so I didn't do it then. So that's the office, and then Animal Crossing. But first, let's go into the to-dos and do a bunch of little icons there. How many of you actually like use icons in your to-dos? I feel like I feel like a lot of people put their to-do list down, but then they will only fill it out like throughout the week instead of like ahead of time. And they probably don't do it too much in rewind spreads anyway, like I do. But like if you're filling out throughout the week, then like you don't want to stop every time you write something down and like find an icon for it, right? Like that would just be too much to keep track of. So I don't feel like too many people actually put icons on their to-do lists. All right, so upload content. That one is going to be for uploading my video that I filmed this day, the weekly one. Okay, so I need another computer. Yes, need another little laptop. Now these are from, I don't remember the name of the shop, but she has like a whole sheet of like different little laptops with different patterns on them, and they're so pretty. And it's funny because like I printed off a bunch of this one color for like one particular spread, and I had a bunch of extras, but like the color scheme works with like so many different spreads that I keep using it, so I'm really glad to be able to use those up. Alright, so that will be for exploring new sticker shops, because I did look through a bunch of them and made some, you know, wish lists on those. And then one of them was packing, but I'm not going to use any stickers for that because that'll just take up too much space. I didn't want to do that. So 2 more things. One of them is a movie, and I'm going to steal a movie marquee from another kit because the ones that come with this kit are kind of small, and she never changes them to match the color scheme of the kit. And this one I think matches a little bit better. It's like the other one was like gray or something. Let me actually try to find them so I can show you. I think they're on this page. Yeah, there's like black and gray, and they're kind of squished a little bit, so if it's a choice between that one and using this one for another kit that I'm probably never going to use in any other circumstance, I'm going to use this one. Alright, so that's going to be tomorrow, Harry Potter 7 Part 2. That gave me all the feels. It was the second time I think I've ever seen that. So, yeah, that was quite something, and now I'm finally done rewatching all of those movies, so I can move on to Halloween movies, which I need to watch today and tomorrow. Alrighty, so that works there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is do my little weather tracker, which actually is not coming out yet until next week. So you get a little sneak preview of that. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain it too much. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's a weather tracker. But, yeah, I'm kind of doing a lot of trackers lately in my shop because I think they're like some of the most fun stickers because they're like super customizable and interactive. Like, I love layering stickers on top of other stickers. So there I can write in what the weather was, and I can use a little icon that I drew in that little space. And there you go. Now you have a visual, and you will have a verbal representation of what the weather was like. I love how that looks. Okay, so let's go into Friday. Using my very last TV strip. I love how the color blocking like perfectly worked out with those. Blue, 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 pink, and then all the rest is sort of pink, and then pink and pink. Perfect. Okay. Oopsie, Thursday I forgot to mark down Animal Crossing. Do I even want to though? Because like, first of all, it's kind of a given that I do it every day, and if I don't have room for it, like there's no real point in marking it. It's more just like to take up space. So I'm just gonna kind of ignore that. Friday, so I have my show, my 2 video games that I'm gonna do. Ooh, big old day on Friday. So let me first get down walking the dog. So which size sticker am I going to use for that? I am going to overlap this a little bit because the stickers are kind of too big for that. Should have probably just used washi. You know what? It's not too late. Hopefully. These stickers have been peeling up pretty well so far, I say, as I peel up one that just completely rips the paper beneath it, but hey, as long as I can just cover that up with another sticker, who cares? Even though that one's like completely wasted, but I can live with that. There's plenty more in the kit. And this is still reusable because this is on removable mat. Perfect. Okay. Still leaves me room to write the number in there or use a sticker for that. Okay, so that's walking her. I wanted to mark that I read my book, so I'm gonna use a book strip for that. This is left over from the Scribble Prince Co. kit, her Ravenclaw kit, most recent one, I think. Kind of almost matches well enough for my purposes. Alrighty. Okay, so I wanted to mark that I created a to-do list for my shop, and actually it is a list of things I have to do before I can start releasing physical sheets. So it's a big old deal. So I'm going to use a little laptop strip to mark that. Check, check, check. Okay, so I wanted to do... Well, let me see if I can fit a weather tracker in that space, because I was going to use 3 in a row. I think that'll fit. Perfect. Okay, so then what day was that? Okay, so that was like partly cloudy, partly sunny. So I'm going to use my little sun hiding behind the clouds little icon right there. Perfect. And alright, so I wanted to do Buffer, which is my social media scheduler that I do. I'm going to use one of these little glittery strips for that. And then I'm going to use the last extra little laptop I have here. I don't know why I accidentally grabbed Happy Meal. So I'll put that right there for Buffer. And I think that is, actually no, I have to put my video games in. But you know what, this day is like pretty empty. So I might take another half or full box. Let me see if it'll kind of fit. I think I'll use this one because it goes with the color scheme. I am gonna have to take this one up a little bit and kind of layer it over. Wow, those come up like really nicely, like way better than I was expecting. Do I even need the undo? Because like I don't care about like bigger mistakes like this, like the bottom washi. I don't know. Well, I think I'd rather have it and not need it than not need it. Or than not have it when I need it, so it's good to just have on hand. Okay, so then I can put in my my 2 video games in there. So I'm gonna use Minecraft, which is not glossy, but I can live with that. And then I grab a glossy Animal Crossing. There we go. Okay. So that is completely Friday. And Saturday, a lot of stuff going on. It looks like we got a lot of strips. So actually, let me start with the strips. All my little things. So we went out to dinner at Kona Grill and had sushi. I had a poke bowl. It was so good. So that was dinner. And then I went and got the mail one last time before I left the house, the second house. So I came back from pet sitting Clyde on Wednesday, and then Thursday I went over to Roxy's and sat her until Sunday. So I went and got the mail, and then one of the other things was reading a book, and what I'm gonna do is take another mail strip and then overlay this book icon over that. Again, I think that's left over from a Scribble Prince Co. kit, and it doesn't super match, but it matches well enough. Okay, so those are kind of my little things. I was going to do another weather tracker, so let me just... Yeah, I'll just set that down. Here. That icon's nice and glossy too, and then it finally got really sunny out. So I'm gonna use my little sun drawing. See, those are so cute, I like that. There's also a sidebar option too, but I'm not gonna give you too many more spoilers on next week's releases. Alright, so then there's that, and then just two more things. Well, actually, let me go ahead and do one of the to-dos first. So I did some accounting. So I'm gonna, oh, whoops. Just gonna go ahead and mark that in there. And I'm gonna do the Walk Roxy thing again, where I'm gonna grab some washi. Thankfully the kit comes with a lot. Which one shall we do? I'll just do one of these again. And then here we go. Then a Walk Roxy, and oh yeah, for dinner I wanted to use a little grandma icon, not icon, clip art. I'm gonna put that kind of here close to the dinner strip so that I can symbolize that. Alright, and then video games is the last. And I think I might just use a full box there because I have so many that I haven't used. And I think that would fill up the space best. So let me take a blue one of those. Sorry, half box, I mean. Too many box sizes. Yeah, that like fits perfectly in there. So that is where I'm gonna put my video games. So I did both again. Minecraft and Animal Crossing. So do that, and then one of these. Oh, that doesn't overlap too great. Yeah, that overlaps that, but whatever, it's good enough. Alrighty, so then Sunday, last day. Let me see, let's first take care of the to-dos. So one of them was printing my new inserts, which are these, my pre-planning. And then I watched some longer YouTube videos, so I'm marking that with a little TV, left over from another kit. I did come home and film new releases, so I could get them out on Monday, as usual. And I am using a Film Edit upload for that. Because I didn't want to do too many of these. So, what else? Had another. Actually, we ate out, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to use just a meal strip because I had actual script from another kit that I wanted to use just to use it up. It's perfect because it is eat out and then there's a little pizza box. And we had pizza. So perfect. Although that kind of is a little bit bigger than the space. So I'm gonna put something down underneath it and then kind of overlap them a little bit. Hang on. What I need is right here. So I'm just gonna do a big printing cut because I haven't done one of those in a minute because I don't have a ton of room in my spreads. So there's that, and then I'm also gonna put another grandma down then too because, actually no, we didn't. That was with my family. It's actually on Monday that I had grandma over. So yesterday. And that isn't part of this week, so I don't know why I printed that off early, especially if I already had one that I didn't even notice. Anyway, looks like I ran out of bigger print scripts. So we are back to using the small ones, which is fine. I did print off more silhouette stickers because I think last week I was going to use one and like threw a conniption that I didn't have one or something like that. Something dramatic happened. So I'll do print and cut. I won't use a bigger cut sticker because that just fits better. But yeah, like look at that quality. The glossy just prints so much better than the matte. So that's good to know. Alrighty, so that's print and cut. And I need to do another Walk Roxy, and then I just have to mark Animal Crossing. So now I'll have to figure out what to do about the beginning of the week again. I think we'll just do 2 of the same washies and then kind of overlap some things where needed. So we'll do Roxy there and then Animal Crossing there. Okay, so let's go back over here. I am gonna grab the last full box, even though I'm not too keen about having these 2 peacock feathers so close. This one's gonna be half covered up by laptop, so. And actually, let's put a header between those. Let's just do another glitter header so there isn't so much annoying space behind there. Okay, and then here I guess we'll just put some extra washi. We got some fun washies over here. I don't think there's enough space for 2 whole washies. So we'll just do this one. And there's no deco for this kit, so I think that's kind of it. I do want to find some date number stickers. Hopefully I'll find ones that will work color-wise. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those date dots down and then I will write in it. And then I will post a photo of that at the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe, share, that would be amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao.